Alright, so we are live, and the factory continues to grow. Okay. Don't know if we picked a... No, we've not picked a new goal. Let's go for part assembly, which I already have most of. I can't put them in. The freighter has not returned. Can't load a freighter that's not here. That seems fair to me. I don't have a problem with the current setup. I like this current setup, but it will need some adjustment. Okay, well let's... We need to store stuff. I think we're going to end up... Yeah, I'm going to have to end up reorganizing all of this to be able to make storage work. Okay. So screws are the only thing that I'm missing, and we are producing screws. I don't know if we're producing them at a fast enough rate to really feed that. I don't know if I'll have enough yet. I'll have enough to finish that up, so that's not bad. Hey Michael, how's it going? Oh, so it is still cooling off there. It's actually relatively chilly. Chillier than I would have expected to be down there. And the sweet, sweet concrete that we need. I think one of the first things I'm going to do with the fact I'm planning on building so many foundations is expand the operation. Alright, so that
Milestone reached.
launched.
More complex assembly
we'll
of
go for
parts
this
can now be automated.
One next.
Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
Okay, so we can afford the space elevator. We just need somewhere to put the space elevator. Yeah, it's cloudy. I feel like that's given your temperature, I would have guessed it was cloudy. But sometimes you get those chilly days and it is not cloudy at all, so. Oh. Okay, we'll toss this miner onto here. There is more limestone there, but I don't actually think we can get to it right now. I think there's going to be stuff that gets in the way. I think there's going to be enemies. Heavy traffic going into your hometown but light traffic going up. I'm guessing your hometown is mostly suburbs then, and people basically travel out of the city to work. So everyone's going slowly because of the traffic, unless your whole traffic is being backed up because of an accident or something. I feel like that is also a possibility. Alright, so this is not too bad. We can get access to this limestone, and this is a normal node. Okay, let's get the power line out of there. Definitely thought there was poisonous things out here that were going to stop me from being able to do this, but seems that that is not a problem, so this is A-okay then. That is weird. There's like a spot where the water is nicely textured, and over here it is flat. Something has been broken texture-wise, I think. Okay. Oh. Oh, your town goes down 3 lanes? Yeah. I imagine that backup traffic. Is that one of those problems that they basically everyone knows about it, but no one wants to fix? Or oh, why are you guys so angry all the time? This is giving me remains, but man. It'd be really be in everyone's interest if they were just a little less aggressive. Okay, so people who this is iron, isn't it? Yeah, this is iron. That's not what I mean mining up. Knew something was weird. So yeah, darts off to another highway. That would. So I think it is understandable then that you're not going to quite have the traffic flow. There's got to be something that's not quite set up well if it's basically traffic comes down to an absolute stop. Alright, so over here is the miner that I was trying to put it on. Now if I had two of these, I could basically put them on one conveyor belt. So that one is going to be outputting more than this conveyor belt can. Or basically the one puts out enough that the conveyor belt is full already. Oh, we want to avoid going over top of that. So how about we go up here? Do I actually have... Nope, I just gotta do it how it goes. Okay, so we'll put that there. We'll move that power line because I don't want to have it go through my conveyor belts. Game lets you do it, but I don't like it visually. Hey noob, how's it going? Oh, and I have run out of iron plate. So, time to go back to base and grab some iron plate. Not a whole lot. Spending my afternoon sitting around playing video games. So, definitely can't complain about that. So currently each of these are working at 66% capacity. So that should mean that I should be able to get them up to 100. I still don't have anything making smart plating yet, or the reinforced plating yet. But that's fine. The factory, I need to expand the factory and then there'll be more room to do everything. CSGO is one of those games where I like Counter-Strike, I really do. But also the people who still play Counter-Strike, any version of it, are pretty intense. It's one of those games where I'm like, if I go play it, I know I'm just gonna get my butt kicked. So I don't I don't go play those games easily. I'm very, very competitive. And I am not very competitive. Still is a good game though. I mean, Counter-Strike has always had a lot of screaming in the servers. I don't imagine that it gets better. I don't imagine people scream less in India. Oh, I didn't realize the limited test version was out. That'll be interesting. I'm definitely interested to see how that all ends up. Basically, how it goes, how it is. But I have not played Counter-Strike in a long while. Okay, so we take these, and we are going to also expand. So we're just going to toss the limestone in there. We're going to add a third one. We need the reinforced plating before we do that. All right, so we will build a little bit of reinforced plating. Try to spend as little time building things manually in this game as possible, because it's not the point of the game. This game's about automation. And we fall down, but it's okay. We get back up. I think all three of those are nice and level. Yes, excellent. So then do I want mergers or splitters? I don't know. Got an operating theory here. We'll see if my operating theory works. The operating theory basically comes down to is that I have two really good mines and one that's kind of crappy. If I basically have the two good mines feed over, which I realize I don't know that I can. Oh yeah, I should be able to manage this. If I have the two good mines feed over to the not good, so good mine from the splitters into a merger, this should give me something that resembles even input. So we take from that and put it to here, and from, oh, so we lose that backup, but that's fine. I don't know what it's saying it's like connecting with. I don't like it. So if we just get this up here and then drop that in. So there, some limestone is going to make it basically 50, the limestone's going to get split 50-50, but that one's going to get overwhelmed now with the one that would be left with not enough is going to get more than enough, which I guess I won't, it'll take a while before I can see what's going to happen because right now it's going to be getting backlog. All right. So these mines are feeding me limestone, which I need for concrete, which I need concrete in order to grow my foundations bigger. And because of how the sand dunes here are, I'm basically wanting to make myself this elevated flat surface to work on. Oh, sweet. You've coal mines near your city and you did a video on that. That was nice. I always find mines very interesting. Oh, this needs to be set to make concrete before this will work. And it also needs power. So we'll pull that power line away from there, drop it to just over here, feed power to that, feed power to that. Everything's happy. There, now I should be spitting out 100% efficiency concrete from 3 manufacturers. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Well, so I was just going to look. I'm like, what is my maximum consumption? What is my capacity? Consumption goes higher than capacity. That would be a problem. Time to set up another biomass burner. Wait, why is my capacity 70? Should be higher than that. Alright, well, we'll take a look at what's going on in just a minute. I also need biomass in order to feed those. Which I guess I should be converting everything over to solid biofuel. So Noob, going back to the thing you said about CSGO is all about angles. It's kind of interesting to me is that most fighting, like real life combat, doesn't matter if it is done with like swords, doesn't matter if it's done with guns, is about angles. Angles are really what everyone is thinking about and trying to figure out when fighting. It's always one of those things that just strikes me as odd that there's such a reliance on understanding angles in order to be able to fight effectively. The way you use angles is very differently, but it all comes down to angles. Okay, done enough of that I should be able to split this into a few different piles. Dang it. There. Just want to put 20 in each one. And then I want to automate this because it's very time consuming to make the solid biomass. Because that's the thing of I do sword fighting, and I find it's really interesting is that it all comes down to angles of how you get the angle set up so that when your opponent moves, that you can basically get your, like in the case of sword fight, you can get your sword to basically go around their sword, and you can change the angles, and you can change the entire way a fight goes just by playing with those angles. Well, if Wikipedia says it, it must be true. Okay, so I want, right, I need a reinforced plate to be able to do that. Right now I just want something that's going to turn biomass into solid biomass. I'll deal with a better setup for it later. Okay, so now this will just sit here and feed through that for now. In the meantime, gather the resources and start expanding this platform again. She'll be a little bit easier with why is it saying it's low efficiency? Why are these all at like 50? They're going up. It might just been the time them sitting empty. Alright, well. It's time to expand. Okay, so if I go out 8 this way, and then I'll make so that's going to be because this is currently a platform of 10. It's 10 by 10, or this platform is 10 by 10. So how do I set this up? Do I just have 8 between? I mean, coal is more efficient and in some ways cheaper than firewood, but firewood is one of those things where you can let firewood be burning inside your house. Coal has a very different smell to it. I can tell you that I like having wood fires inside my house. I do not like having coal fires inside my house. Alright. So that is going to be our platform there. We'll make a ramp angling down out of this. Let's just get up into it. And we want to go another 8 this way. And that should meet up just like that. And then if we change that right there. And then we have basically doubled our size that we have to work with. Oh, why do we have nothing coming in on... Why is this not mining anything? Why does this not have power? This was disconnected. Why was this disconnected? There was probably some reason for it, but I don't know what that was anymore. Or it might have just been disconnected accidentally. That also happens to me. Oh no, when I redid the power to this corner here, that's where I accidentally disconnected that. That's what I did. Makes sense. Okay, we expanded in that direction, but we're not done expanding yet. Because I want much more space than that. That was a bit of a jump. Could have probably been, it would have been very wise to not make that much of a jump. need it to be zoop. I like the word zoop. No idea why, but I like the word zoop. 94 degrees. So that seems like you're going to have perfect weather on Monday. 94 degrees. Nice, warm, but not too warm. Copper still hasn't made its way here. Takes a long time for that copper to make it all the way over. Yeah, Michael, I'm guessing you're happy to see 94 degrees on Monday, since everything else must feel cold to you. At some point, I'll just stop jumping off things. Actually, that's probably not true. What's going to happen is at some point, I'll unlock the jetpack, and it won't matter that I like to jump off things anymore. That's the more likely outcome from that. Now I need zoop. And zoop we do. Although then we've got power in the ground there. That's not the end of the world. But then we extend out this way. Are those 8? Milo won't take your truck because Milo's not going to be able to stand the Texas heat. That'd be my guess anyway. I could be wrong, but something tells me that I don't think Milo's going to want to be going there if you're getting up to warmer temperatures. For me, heat does not bother me. I'm very okay with high heat. What I'm less of a fan of is high humidity. I don't like high humidity. So what happened? We didn't exceed. We must have run out of fuel. Yeah, okay. And these three are all burning the exact same way, so they should all be running out of fuel at the exact same time. And that is exactly what's happened. Okay. Yeah, no, really high heat is bad. I do not like really high heat. 94 is great. 94 is awesome temperature. I don't like it going past 100. 100 is kind of my cutoff of... I would like it to not be warmer than this, please. Yeah, so we're consuming... Yeah, our capacity and consumption are all right in the right area. They're all exactly where we'd expect them to be. Okay, so I have all the things I need. I would not be happy with winter forever. There's a lot of things I like to do in the summer I would not be able to do in winter. But I do still like winter. I do like like in Canada, there's a lot of things we do in the winter that just wouldn't be possible if it didn't get at least decently below freezing. But I also don't like it too cold. In Manitoba, we deal with temperatures into -40, and in my opinion, -40 is just too cold. I don't like -40. Now, the one neat thing about -40 is you don't have to worry about is it Fahrenheit or Celsius anymore. It's just the same. -40 is just -40. Alright, what does it take for me to build a chainsaw? I need some reinforced plate. That seems like that should be easily doable. Alright, building myself a chainsaw. Should make it a lot easier to gather biomass. Yeah, in Canada we use Celsius. Alright, and I've used up all my concrete again. Okay, it's time to start reorganizing things a little bit. We'll get our copper production back closer this way. Need more concrete in order to make power line poles. Forgot about that. That's why I upped my concrete production. We're up to 85% on our 93.6% on that one. Alright, so yeah, our concrete production has gone up in efficiency a lot, so that's nice. Go to there, and then from here we will jump down to that. Now, let's just start with this. We'll take away, basically we'll take away what the copper mine is getting in. At some point here I'm also going to take a look and see what the copper mine's intake is versus what I'm using. Yep, Kelvin is, if you're doing science, Kelvin is a very useful way to look at temperature, because it actually gives you what I would call a serious number. It's going to be A very accurate number that you don't have to worry about negatives and all that stuff. It's just, all right, come on, no, I want you to zip down this way. Yeah, because you don't have to worry about negatives or positive. It's like, all right, this is what the temperature is. That's that. I'd actually be perfectly fine with using Kelvin as a actual like day-to-day measurement for temperature. I'm sure other people complain, and everyone can complain about the transition. Is Canada on China's good side? I have no idea. I really don't know what. I feel like China. I feel like it's not a case of if anyone's on China's good side or not. I feel like it is a case of are other countries useful to China is really what matters in that equation. I don't think China cares about what other countries want to do. I think they only cares about whether other countries benefit them. Okay, I'm going to go check out that copper node. We've got a few copper nodes around. We might end up having to look at getting more than one tapped in. It's kind of a serenely beautiful area. Alright, so we have impure copper. Alright. We have we have a map. Map does not wait, the map might give us this data. Okay, so we have that one. There's one over here, impure and normal. Okay. So we could get more copper coming in and get things produced at a higher rate. Which I think is fair, my uncle. Texas heat is brutal. But I have been lucky enough when I have been in Texas to be in Texas during winter. Texas heat can't be too bad when it's in Texas's cold season. And these dunes do make it difficult to go over everything. So we want a splitter. So this way it will feed evenly into both. And that'll work for now. We can get these started with the stuff I have in my inventory. And then we need to set up the constructors. And power grid's gone down. Probably have used all of the fuel up again. I'm gonna have to go hunting for some. Yeah, I can definitely agree with you, Milo. If it's too hot for Reese's Cups, it's too hot for me. Okay, so we'll toss that fuel in there. And there, and then we've got 50 for the others. But when we run out of this, we will be out. We will have to go get more. Starting to burn through biofuel quite quickly. But for now, we are good. Okay, well, I can now use this space to make a area that is going to be doing. Let's attach. So we'll we'll build it right over here. We will do a storage container right here. And this will be where the biofuel will go in. So we'll have the biofuel constructor right here. We can do better than that. There, okay. Milo, I too want a Reese's Cup. I agree. Reese's Cups are the best. Can't afford it. That's rude. Right, I need 2 more of those. Let's build 2 more. Okay, now we can build the thing. I mean, mini recesses are great. Full-size recesses are also great. As it turns out, there's not really a wrong way to have recess. I think this will work. Okay, from here and here. And I could just, yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, so that's good enough right there. But then we'll add 2 more containers. These containers will let us just put the materials into a container, and it will just automatically get turned into what we need it to be. Okay, now it's time to go on a little adventure and get us some more biomass for those. You are getting no audio from me? Yeah, because I definitely, I should be projecting audio. I swear I'm not just talking to myself. Okay. YouTube just sometimes going to YouTube. Now, I'm wondering if I can cut down that big creepy tree. You know, we really don't have to fight guys, right? They really insist on fighting. Yeah, the like armadillo lions are very aggressive. Ooh, this is it's an impure limestone node, so not missing out too much by not having access to this one, but I'll have to keep in mind for the future that is here. Yeah, I feel like right now would be a great time to be down in Texas before the weather gets too cold. When it actually gets cold, before the weather gets too hot, not cold. Because when it's going to be warm like it is, it's like, all right, this is fine, this is good. But as it starts getting warmer, it's just going to be getting too warm. I don't know how the rocks, how I'm cutting down the rocks apparently. Very confused about how that's working. They're not getting killed, they're getting converted into field. They're being made useful. It's for the best of everything. You're insistent they're getting killed? Okay, fine. I'm killing all the flowers and... But I see I don't kill all of them. The pale berries will stay. I just picked the fruit there. And this is a nice big tree. And down it goes. Booyah. But I'm only murdering animals and plants. These are fine. Why are these not? Oh, my inventory's old, that's why. I'm like, why am I not able to pick those up? That would be why. My inventory is completely full. Cannot hold another thing. But here it is. Big tree. Can I chop down the big tree? Apparently the animals are not going to like me attacking the big tree. Fine, I'm running away. "1,000 mini beats per minute." Now I could be wrong, but I feel like that's too many. You should probably get your heart looked at. You should probably have less heartbeats per minute. You say your blood is thinner than her blood, but I feel like beats per minute don't necessarily tell you how thin someone's blood is or is not. Oh, I guess all of these, it's great to have these set up. They need to actually have power. Okay, so all that has power. Now I need... this to have power as well. Obviously that is going to be the case, but here we are. Just because it's obvious doesn't mean I thought ahead and actually did it. Okay, there. Everything should have. Yeah, this one is leaves. All leaves go in here. All wood goes in here. And all biomass goes here. Excellent. The system works. Okay, so feed from there. And we should get those resources moving. Now we need to move all the iron around. Oh man, so much concrete. This will be excellent. Can expand this for so much. Actually, we can even do that bit of it. So we're making progress there. Now, we're not ready to put the space elevator down anywhere. Man, the space elevator is just so big, it's really hard to actually place somewhere effectively. Need to build a tower just to be able to see where I'm placing the space elevator. Right there will work. So yeah, okay. We'll just build a space elevator right here near the hub. That'll be fine. I think I agree with Milo Girl on this, Michael. It's not that it gets cold, it's that you can't handle the cold. Just like we can't handle the heat. Although I guess you are probably right. It is basically your blood pressure does probably come into it because blood pressure does give you sort of your circulation. I just have one copper mine or one iron mine on this side, one iron mine on that side. Let's take a look at the map, see what that tells us. So we have one copper mine. Oh, no, there. So So one copper mine there, that's pure, one normal, normal. Okay, so that should be pretty good. You have a slower heartbeat than the rest of us because you're down south. Actually, let's take a look. I can't remember off the top of my head what my heartbeat is at. But I remember having to take photos. I was going in for medical testing. Let's. Oh goodness! Stop it, phone. I picked you up. No need to keep pinging about everything. So yeah, my heartbeat sits between 64 and 56. All the testings are pretty consistently between there. And this is just doing regular testing. So I have a slower heartbeat than you. Actually, what we'll do is put the space elevator on this corner. That's what we'll do for now. Okay. So the iron will just get moved straight back. But how can you have a faster mini heartbeat when you're not mini and we're mini? Shouldn't you have the largest, slowest heartbeat? Because we're mini, you're not, so you should be, since we're bigger than you. Oh, and there is more copper here of normal purity. So I think I can do it. Alright, fine. You win this time. Oh, and I've run out of fuel. Alright, mini reads, you are saved this time. I will get you next time. But what was I actually looking for? I was looking for where that iron node was. The one that I'm not using. Except for we are using that one. Or is it? No, so this one right here. We're not using this one. Okay. We have a pure iron node there. Yeah, you get your wish this time, Milo. The mini reads were saved. But I'll come back for them. I will get them all yet. Alright, knew that was going to have to happen sooner or later. So iron we could push in either direction and it would be fine. And we're definitely just burning through enough fuel to be a bit of a problem right now. Okay. Now, Milo's left for a call, so this is the perfect time to go and attack those reeds again. Okay, but before I do that, I want to find out whether I should go this way or the other way. My scanner doesn't scan very far, so... Okay, so right here, it just depends on is this... So that is pure and that is pure. Alright, well we'll move it out this way. That'll be fine. Actually, first things first, let's get power out to this corner. Can't have that offset. That would be... I would not be happy with it. That's what would happen. not quite doing this the way I had planned. It needs to go to here. That goes from there. That does not do that. There. Now back to production. Smelters. Let's line up those smelters. Okay. Yeah, 117 beats per minute sounds terrifyingly high. I would rather not have my heartbeat be that high at any point. No, not from that one. And we go down to the end here. Hey Robert, how's it going? Okay, so we hook these up to the power grid. They're not actually doing anything right now, so they're not going to... Basically, it's not going to be a problem. I do not currently have this set up as a open game. I was having network issues earlier today, so I'm going to say no today, but I may, in the future, I will probably in the future open this up for playing with others. Alright, we toss down the miner. And we need to get all of this over this hill. Yeah, Michael, 5-hour energy, just, I don't get, especially so there are some people who will like take energy drinks, like often. They will take a lot of energy drinks, and it's like, it's not good for you. Having your heartbeat and having your entire body basically be stressed out like that for a long period of time is very hard on it. Alright, so we will do this as a splitter. And we can get all of that going over here. This will be excellent. Of course, I can't make it all the way down there. Oh. And I should toss this over that way. Also need to set all of these. I don't know that there's a quick way to copy paste. There probably should be. Well, just do it at that spacing right there. And I guess, so we're still not getting iron in yet, but okay, there. Started getting iron in now, but these still need to be given power. And I'm going to push power down this line for that one, and up this line for this one. Oh, but that one already has to make connections. Can't do that. Alright, well, this one will just move over. That's fine. Your heart is going 79 beats per minute. Okay, so we've stopped those from getting iron. And if we take the finished product away, there. That is all just about perfect. Then we just need to set up some containers to organize all this. Alright, so we organize this on this end. Steel plate. I'm not actually holding enough rod for that to be an issue. And then screws. And I have no clue what these are going to build yet. But we will deal with that down the road. Well, it sounds like maybe your baby cousin needs some 5-hour energy. That's actually not at all what that sounds like. That would be a terrible idea. Do not give your baby cousin 5-hour energy. It's a very bad idea. Yep, giving a baby 5-hour energy sounds like it would be a very, very bad idea. They are not designed to be able to basically for a child to be able to handle it. Actually, let's take all of those. We'll put them down here at the end. Well, honestly, like we just already discussed, 5-hour energy is unhealthy for adults. It's definitely way worse for a child. Like the child doesn't even have to be particularly young for it to be a bad idea. Okay, there, I've gotten rid of all the crap I'm holding on to. We'll dump more of the stuff, and then it's time to go get more of that biomass. Hello, can I build a miner when I'm right there? Yeah, okay, I've got all the resources for that. Let's go. And that's it. Even if a kid wants to have the 5-hour energy, it's not a good idea to let them have it just because it's something that's going to be very hard on their body. And at that age, they're making the choice off of basically they don't have the ability to go, hey, this has caffeine. Caffeine is addictive. It's not that I want to have this, it's that my body, like, it's not that I actually like this. It's that my body has a, like, once you have caffeine, your body just goes, I need more of this. So it's very easy for a kid to get addicted to something like that. And I think that would be bad. Don't get kids addicted to things like 5-hour energy. Would not be a good thing to do. All right, Reeds, I am back for you. We're gonna get you this time. All right, chainsaw for some reeds, probably overkill, but here we go. Yep, I agree. Grown up getting addicted to 5-hour energy, it's a problem. It is not a problem in nearly the same way that basically giving it to a kid who doesn't know how to handle addiction. It's hard enough for adults to deal with it, even when they know what's going on. Kids basically don't stand a chance. Just cut away all this lush vegetation. All must go. Factory needs fuel. Yes, I can hear you, Artifact.
Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
I mean, I feel bad for anyone who's addicted to something, because addiction isn't one of those things. If when you are actually addicted to something, you can't just stop doing it. It takes a lot of effort for someone to go, nope, I'm not gonna they're not gonna do this. Um, but yeah, when people get their kids addicted to stuff, that just makes me really mad at the adults, because they're supposed to be the ones basically setting the kid up for life, to help them get a good start to life, and then giving them addiction, that's crappy. It's a good thing Madeline's not here. We're just clear cutting this whole place. Yeah, that's where having greenery around you does a makes a very big difference of keeping you protected from the heat. So if I was actually out here in this desert, I would probably want to set up my house here in this nice little green area where there's water. This is where it would be a nice area to hide from everything. But in the sake of this, where the factory must grow, there is no worrying about the shelter. It just turned this all into fuel, and make the factory powered. That's the only goal. I definitely not want to be destroying all of this in real life. Both because, first off, it's aesthetically nice. I like it. It's a beautiful area. It'd be a shame to destroy the ecosystem here. But there's also a factory out on the hill, like, belching out black smoke. If I don't want to hurt the environment here, I'd have to start there. I mean, I'd prefer not to visit Texas in July. I'd basically just be surviving from AC to AC, I'm pretty sure. Mind you, every time I've been in Texas so far, it's been perfectly room temperature, so maybe you're just pulling my leg. Maybe Texas doesn't actually get hot. Ah yes, this nice beautiful tree gives me wonderful shade. Not anymore, it doesn't. not sure about the efficiency of chopping down like bushes with the chainsaw. I feel like there's better tools for this, but you think the 5-hour energy's worn off? Your heartbeat's returning to normal? Well, that's probably good. Not healthy to have an elevated heartbeat for long periods of time. That's why some people will chug multiple, and it's like, no, don't do that. That's how you give yourself heart failure as a young adult. Don't have to be old to have heart failure if you're abusing your heart by chugging 5-hour energies. Goodbye, Reeds. Yeah, like this is efficient. This is actually like way more efficient than manually hand picking all this stuff. But also, I would really like a more efficient way than this. I'd also be curious to see how this chainsaw actually works, because the chain is thinner than the area around the blade. Or basically, like the bar is wider than the chain. A real chainsaw wouldn't work that way. You're pulling my leg. I don't really consider it pulled. As I continue my rampage through the forest here. The effects on the wildlife here would be catastrophic, to say the least. We have over 4,000 units of leaves, about 500 flower petals, just chopping everything down. First I thought it was a dropped log, and I'm gonna try to cut it, but that is just stone. You can see this side of the river used to be a nice, lush forest. over 5,000 packages of leaves. Do I know what a 5-hour energy tastes like? I honestly don't. I don't think I've ever actually had a 5-hour energy. See, I love the taste of sugar. I eat and drink way more sugar than I should. But I don't like the taste of most energy drinks. There. Both sides of the river used to be nice, lush forest. Now, that side still has forest. This side has nothing. But we're not done yet. Collecting blue power slug. Now what I want to know is, what does a power slug taste like? Alright, well, I think this is as far as we're making it this way. We've reached plants that can defend themselves. Milo Girl will be happy. There are plants that if I try to cut them down, they're just going to poison me. So there, if I get close. Well, it's gonna do it. Yeah, there it goes. Starts to poison the area. You threaten it and it'll scare you off. I think Mile Girl would be on the tree side on this one. Really can't cut down these two flowers? Alright, these two blossoms get to live because the game says I can't take them. What channel were you uploading your videos to? It's okay. I can't stuff you in a biomass burner, so I won't hurt you. I won't try to chop you down with a chainsaw. See, now I need to find out. No, the game won't actually let me hurt it with the chainsaw. I can hurt it with the zapper. Uh, you want to do this, don't you? Angry bloody armadillo. Okay. Because your shooter noob and Mac channels aren't linked, are they? So I took a quick look, or I may not have been looking close enough, but I don't think they're linked together. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'd call these guys. Oh, there's gotta be another one nearby. Oh, heck no! Bitey little spider dude. Ugh, I don't like those. Oh, there, I finally done it. I'm filled up with items, so time to go back to base. All this green mass, all of it was lush forest like that, and now it looks like this. Just debris and patches of green. That's going to probably dry out in the desert soon, now that the trees aren't protecting it. Mission accomplished. Ecosystem horrifically destroyed. I mean, if a troll comes back again this weekend, they're more dedicated than I am, so at least props to them for something. I'm actually kind of surprised everything's still running. Thought we would have run out of power by now. We were running close to empty, but we didn't get too empty. So we'll top them up. This is going to be our first time having our biomass burners completely topped up. And still have a little bit left to spare. Nice. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a storage here. We'll put it this way. So we'll put it in the middle because this will be easiest to hook up. A splitter to, or not a splitter, a merger. Oh, that's going right through the middle of walk. No, that shouldn't be a middle walkway. That's fine. We'll put a container over here. Pass that through. And this is a merger, which means this goes in like so. Perfect. And then we've got the concrete flowing. Alright, those still have iron coming out of them. We'll let them keep going. Okay. Okay, well, time to start getting these hooked up. Because these can each have an input of 30. And that should have an output of 60. Alright, noob. We will see you later. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a good one. Alright, so this one puts 120, but we can't. The conveyor belt is limited to 60, so once we have better conveyor belts, then we'll be able to make better use of that. But in the meantime, we're kind of limited there. Let's not delete the foundation for my factory. That would make me cranky. That would make me very cranky. So that's normal, and that's normal. So we should actually be getting 60 out of each of those. So what we'll do is put a merger here and a splitter here. These are both becoming on the wrong side for what I want to do. We'll reverse this whole setup. In the long run, this may not be quite the way I want to do this, but for now, this will work fine. Okay, so a merger in the middle. A splitter on this side, a splitter on this side. Okay, now in theory that should have iron flowing everywhere I need it. Have we ever seen a cranky United States? I'm... I don't know what I I would say on the one hand, yes, we have, but it's been a very long time since the US has actually been cranky, but it's also just hard to quantify something quite like that. Okay, so turning those into iron rod, it can do... I just need to have this set up. Okay, so if we're doing iron rod, I can take 15 iron ingot per minute. These are going to output more than that. Okay. I'll have to just wait a moment. And no, that did not go where I needed it to be. That goes to there, that gets power. What do you make? Iron rod, sure. Iron rod it is. So iron rod is going into here. Means we should be putting this one. Yeah, okay, so screws are in here. That works out. But we need... We need more. What do we need more of? So taking down those smelters, but that's going to be small fry anyway. Here we have iron rod coming out. Here we have iron rod turning into screws. Alright, so I'm still working through a backlog. That is fine. Okay, there. We have gotten we've got our inventory more cleaned up than we've ever had it prior. So this is nice. So it'll be a lot of work to really get this optimized though. Because this is not anywhere close to optimized. And we just hook that up. And then we bring it to the other end over here. Because we will want more of that setup right there. Now the real backup is going to be that these are not able to use that nearly quickly enough. But what I need to do is get all of the local iron all gathered together into this one spot and then divvy it up properly. Efficiency-wise, that is something that needs to happen. Okay, connect to power lines. Okay, right there. Got our good overlap. Hook up our power. And push that through. So this makes iron rod. This makes screws. And it's going to put it over here, but we're actually going to split this off. So what we need is I guess what do we need exactly? An assembler, which is going to take, we are missing rotors. We need to make rotors before we can make that. Okay. Which means we'll need to start producing rotors at some point. And we need more reinforced plate. Well, we are building this to get reinforced plate, so we will have to manually build the reinforced plate. Okay, so we now make this assembler out here. I'm sure this is not going to be getting it at the rates it needs. That's just, unfortunately, the inevitability of doing it the way I'm doing it. Actually, let's... So now I've got screws coming in, iron plates coming in. I still need power to this. Okay, it's going to take a bunch for this to actually get spun up and moving, but we do now have a reinforced plate coming out, which means I should be getting let's just toss it right over here. All right, reinforced plate coming into a container. Definitely all of these are really being held up by the fact that this is all being put through a merger right now. But we should be able to get better conveyor belts. It's going to increase the efficiency of that. Let's get it a head start with tossing some screws in, just because we want it to be producing efficiently. If we toss those screws in and those plates in, there. Now we should be getting one every brain. Well, five per minute. My brain apparently is just too slow to tell you what that is, how many seconds for each one. But either way, we are getting them. That is what counts. Okay, I was going to say 12 seconds, but then I thought that was wrong. The answer is 12 seconds. And the thing that I'm currently working towards, Logistics Mark II, that is something that should help out. But while I'm busy, let's get the awesome sink set up. I need more reinforced plates. I need 15 reinforced plates. Okay. I don't need any of that stuff for the awesome shop. So we'll do the awesome shop first. There we have it. The awesome shop. Unavailable. What do you mean unavailable? Guess I'm missing something that I need before I can get those. 15? That's exactly the number we needed. So we just drop this monstrosity down right here. give it a storage container that feeds to it. And then any excess crap we have can just go in there. I really don't actually need that much concrete in my inventory. I just didn't want to have it overwhelming. Now, really what I want is I want things feeding to the awesome shop, or the awesome sink, whenever I'm producing more than I can do anything with. Okay, well, you know what? There's nothing I want to start that I'm going to start up before I, like, basically whatever I do next, I want to have. I mean, the freighter's not back. I think this is a bug. The freighter should be sitting right here right now. It's not. And we're not waiting on it to come back from anything. But anyway, in the game currently, waiting for those plates to be built. What I should be doing is increasing the efficiency of my factory, but that sounds like a not today problem. Look at there. Build ourselves a tower. Look down upon our factory from the tower. There it is. Who could have seen that? Who could have foreseen those consequences? Let's see, is there anything else that I need to still set up that I haven't? Well, I have not set up the MAM. I should do that. Oh, but I need reinforced plate. Everything seems to need reinforced plate these days. It's going to be time to get that production up and going. Okay, we can research things. Let's just grab everything in here. Then we can see what we can research. Alright, ma'am. Start research. What does this get us? The fact that we can now do bioorganic properties. Oh, I need some biomass and some alien DNA. I have not killed a hatcher. I don't want to. Oh, actually, I do think I know what a hatcher probably is.
New recipe unlocked.
Well, it looks like building some alien DNA capsule is going to be a goal. I'll start the research. Caterium is nice. And I don't have enough to
New
do the next level
resource
of
added
research.
to the resource scanner.
Because being able to make quick wire would be
New
great.
research available in the MAM.
And not just because that gets us to a zip line. But it does help that it does get us to a zip line. So much research.
New object added to the object scanner.
Gonna get quite a bit further before I can do any of those. Oh, we do have a blue power slug, so that's nice. Oh, yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, I can make a power shard. I don't think there's any point in not turning those slugs into power shards. This allows to overclock production. Oh man, I'm looking forward to being able to do those. Blade runners are great. They just let you run around quicker. That is a big deal. Oh, this will be for the quartz crystal screens. Yes. So a lot of this is just the really early stuff. We can't really do much with this yet, but we're going to get cooler stuff, so it'll be nice. Gunpowder. I like gunpowder. That'll give us explosives. Alright, that's everything we can do with that for now. The rest of that will be a deal with it as it becomes more more useful and more available. But alright. Factory is here just happily smoking away. Okay, so for everyone who came out, thanks for coming out and hanging out. We will chat to you with you guys again tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a good evening, or if it is night or morning wherever you are, hope you have a good morning, good night, whatever it is. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.